Hi, I'm Jim. Gonna take you for a tour and good old Walter here. Show you around. Show you what Walter's all about. So I'm gonna get my wife to hold the camera. Fortunately, she did hurt her foot and toe the other day, so I realized she might be a little shaky on the camera, but it'll be a new experience for her, and working with this newer camera that I recently accessed. The sound on this thing should be much better because it does have a muffle on it, so I'm hoping it'll get rid of a lot of the wind noise I've had in previous videos. Anyway, I'll give the camera over to my wife now. Going to take you for a little ride and show you around in Walter, our motorhome. So just follow us as we go and take you through a tour of our motorhome. Come on. Okay, come on inside. I'll show you around. Okay. First of all, this is where we like to sit, and I know my wife is having issues with walking right now, but anyway, this is where we sit, eat, sit comfortable. Some play some games sometimes, and yeah, okay. And over here is one of the beds, one of the areas that I like to sleep here. I like to sleep alone. Okay, now if you want to look up here, I'll open this cupboard, and this is where we keep all our cups and stuff, over on this side, and then over on this side keep all our plates and stuff. Clock in the middle to kind of keep eye on the time. Okay. And then I installed up here a light. So this operates off of 110. So I can turn that on for a second, and makes it pretty bright in here. Shut it back off. Okay, let's go on the other side. So over on this side is where we keep all our food. We got a couple baskets here. We can put all our food in the baskets, and then canned stuff in here and everything else. Okay, go down a little bit. There's our sink. Right now the water's turned off, and until I do some winterizing, yeah, there's no water at all. No. In fact, I was emptying the holding tank here. And beside the sink over here is the stove, the 4-burner stove. And up here is our microwave. Of course, we can only use it if we have the generator on or plugged into power at a campsite. Okay, and now let's open up underneath the sink. Underneath the sink is where we have all our pots and pans. Keeping all our pots and pans underneath the sink. And then right beside the sink, 2 drawers. One to keep some of our, almost a junk drawer, but keeping some of our plastic, tin foil, whatever, and some of our cooking tools. Underneath is where all our plastic spoons and forks go. Of course, we don't like to do dishes when you're camping, right?
Right.
Anything that we can use that's disposable, the better. Okay, I'll turn around over here. Of course, there's the captain's seat right there. Yeah, and the pilot's seat right there. And then if you go over on the other side, That's the co-pilot seat. So, of course, the person that's doing the camera right now is my co-pilot. Okay, now let's, underneath this seat is, besides our batteries being in here, this is where we store a lot of our camping equipment. First aid kit, a heater, electric heater, games, and even a container for washing things. So that's the underneath one seat. Underneath the other seat is the holding tank for our water. So right now I've been draining that because we've got it winterized, but this is our holding tank for our water. We also have installed solar on our motorhome with our Energy Adventure solar charge controller. It also can be connected to your phone on an app, so you can keep track of the charging process. I have considered putting an extra 100-watt panel on the roof. However, the 200 watts for now has been handling all our needs when we do some dry camping. So for now, 200 watts covers our needs. It keeps the batteries charged up, and being a motorhome, if the batteries go a little low, you can always start up the motorhome because it's a dual charging system, actually triple charging system. Okay, if you come over here, follow me over here, we're going to the other end. We usually keep a garbage can handy. Of course, when you're camping, you always have garbage, right?
Right.
And in here is where we have all our toiletries, glass cleaner, whatever else that enables us to do whatever we're doing. Do they know what this room is already?
Oh, probably.
Yeah, that's our bathroom, our toilet. Yeah, and our sink is over on the right side there.
If you're not pooping, then it means you're probably dead.
And the shower. Then here, little cabinet to keep all keep the various things in. Of course, there's a vent on the top. So when we make a big smell in here, it never happens. So no smells from us. Okay, back here is another bed. We use it as a bed. However, it can be a table too. A table with surround seating. So that would seat a lot of people if we needed it for that purpose. But right now we're using it for bed. We also, when we're traveling, we use it to store our chairs. Table, outside table, chairs, and a bunch of pillows. Okay. So now, I'm going to show you up in here, there's lots of storage. So we have various things stored in here. Usually up in here, I keep all our snacks, chips, all our goodies over in these two. Right now there's no snacks, so I'm out of snacks. We're going to have to go get some more snacks. Okay. And up here again, more storage. A bunch of electrical things up here, a rope, or different various things. You can see there's quite a bit of lights in here. I changed everything over to LEDs. You got a light above both sides of the bed, and then a main light over top of the bed with a vent if we need it on a hot day.
Did you close that vent up?
It is closed.
No, it's open a little bit.
Oh, vent's open. Okay, and both sides of back here. This is actually a good sized bed for two people, But over on this side is one closet for hanging our clothes, and then underneath is another drawer for different toiletries. Over on the other side is another closet, and that's usually my closet. Okay, and then the bottom underneath again for their toiletries. And then another second drawer is the junk drawer for a bunch of whatever we need. And below that is access to the hot water tank, to the valves in the hot water tank. And now over here, of course, is a full-size, reasonably full-size fridge. This is the fridge compartment, and up here the freezer compartment. So in this process of showing the motorhome, my wife is learning how to use this camera. So I need to show her how to move everything really slow, move things slow when she's moving. So I think she's doing a good job. It has image stabilization, so it helps take away the shake a little bit. Okay, back here underneath the bed is more storage. We can store stuff underneath here. A stool, some of our more camping supplies, and a barbecue right there. Thermos barbecue. You've probably seen it in some of our videos. We've been using it. Okay, I think that covers most of inside, Walter. Good old Walter, 1987 Pathfinder. So I think now we should go outside and take a look around outside. Okay, let's take a look around on the outside of Walter here. Follow me around. This is an Econoline 350 Ford. Not that I really like Ford, but it works for me. Come around to the front. Over here, this is a compartment to the propane tank. The valve is inside here, just have to turn it on when I need propane. It's supplied to the motorhome. Over here is the filling station for water, and further on the place where you put that expensive fuel in, right there. I don't think there's very much fuel left in this thing right now. Can't go very far. And we did have it plugged in. It's not plugged in right now, but this is the 30 amp power supply to the motorhome, should we decide to hook into power. And then above here is if we're got water supply for the place that we plugged into. Oh, a little bit of water in there. We are going to winterize this thing in just a bit. Okay, and then back here, two compartments. This one here, see if I get the right key. Trying to figure out which key belongs in here is always a problem. In here, and I got a spider. Oh, it's gonna rain now. Anyway, it probably went out of focus on that spider anyway. So anyway, we got storage in there. The storage goes quite a ways inside, and we store things like different things needed on the outside. Our screen tents in there. Yeah, some of our propane supply for propane things are in there, and underneath is, again, I put that key away, but anyway, all of you know what these things are, and these are to get rid of all the sewage that's in the motorhome. Okay. Coming around on the back end. In here is our generator. And where's the key for that one? I don't know. We're keeping our generator in here. Also our gas supply, spare gas supply. Although we don't have our gas supply in here right now, but this is where we keep our generator. Lock that up. Pull around. Ladder access to the top, should we need to. Then over here, another compartment, storage compartment on the outside. This one, we keep our mat, our outside mat that goes on the outside of our motorhome. And we got some tools in here. Also, there's some life jackets in here, and that's where we keep that stuff. I'll lock it up. Nope. There we go. And then, when we go to a campsite, you gotta level out your motorhome to make sure it's level, and it helps. So in here we have a tire jack in case we have a flat tire, and then we got some leveling blocks to level out the motorhome. Let's close that up. And this is our hot water tank. And again, another thing that I'm going to have to drain. I might as well start draining that right now. A little bug crawling up on the side here. Of course, there'll be an airlock in there, so to really drain it, you have to get the air out of it. But anyway, we'll drain that in a second. Okay. Access to the fridge right here. This is a 3-way fridge. It runs on 12 volt, 110, and gas. And all three of them do work at this point in time. Underneath, the outside of the furnace. Didn't talk about the furnace when I was inside, but the furnace is all automatic. You just set the temperature you want it at, and you'll keep it at that temperature. When you're plugged into power supply, you do have 2 outlets out here. Now, one last big compartment for storage on the outside here is, and I'll get the right key. I think it's this one. Yep. And although we used it for other things, we take our own wood with us. So it's handy to, because a lot of these places, they charge a lot for wood. So since we have a wood pile in the back at our place, we can take wood with us. Okay. The other thing I didn't mention is we also have some security lights that we take with us, and they're motion sensor security lights. So I usually set them up beside our campground, and yeah, just in case we have some motion outside, they automatically come on. And we also got this other security light right here on the outside of our motorhome. You've probably seen in some of our other videos setting up the you've probably seen in some of our other videos setting up the awning, and right now that's put away. Okay, so now I'm about to do some winterizing. We got to winterize this old beast, and Walter, we got to treat it right. Got to treat Walter right, and we don't want any incidents next year when we turn on the water. We don't want no leaks or anything, so It's time to winterize Walter. That'll be in our next video. Thanks for watching. I'm Jim.
I'm Sandra.
She's behind the camera. And we are Tired Retired Oldtimers, taking it easy.
One day at a time.
Don't forget to subscribe, make comments, hit the bell. Thanks for watching.